long through the toes, long through the fingertips. Think about making room in that body. Okay. Take a big breath in, stretch even more if you can. Exhale, pull the belly button into the spine. Inhale, nice and big breath. Exhale, pull the belly button in. One more big breath in. Make sure those shoulders are back and down on the mat. Even when you exhale and bring those knees into your chest, I want to make sure that your shoulders are back and down. So you're holding here. You're going to do a big circle in one direction and then one the other direction. Let's open up those hip flexors. Put those hands on your knees. Make those legs nice and wide as you go around the knees in one direction. You're going to open up, go around the other direction. Very good. Breathing. Nice. Breathing. I can see you. Yeah. Lift up those legs up to the ceiling. I know those hip flexors are going to be nice and tight. So hip flexors is hamstrings. So go ahead and bend those knees a little bit. Give yourself a flex and a point. Flex. Point. Let's do one more flex, one more point. And we're going to do things a little bit different today because we are going to get into a bridge. So I know we don't usually start like that, but we got it. All right, so go ahead and put those feet down onto the mat. And I want you to make sure you're planting those feet, toes, everything, every toe, not just some toes here. Okay, so I want you to lift up. Don't choose the toes you want to use. Lift up. Those hips are going to go up towards the ceiling. And I want to make sure that your rib cage is down, right? So don't stick that belly up. It's just the hips are going up. Make sure again that you're lined up. The toes are all on that mat. Now you're going to come down nice and slowly. Think about vertebra by vertebra on the way down. Keep pressing into the mat. Okay. You're lifting up. Okay, those hips are going up towards that ceiling. You're holding here, squeezing the glutes a little bit, but as long as you're pulling those that rib cage down, you're going to feel it in the right spot. Okay, slowly come back down. This is a good stretch for everything here, getting everything warmed up. Let's go again. Round yourself back. It's not how far you get up. Okay, you're holding here. Pull the ribs down. Pull the belly button in. Holding here for a second. Breathing. You can rock onto those shoulder blades a little bit. And we're going to slowly go down vertebra by vertebra all the way down. Make sure that mid back before that lower back comes down. And one more, round yourself up. Push into the mat. All those toes are being pressed into the mat. Pull here. Your body should be lined up. Your knees are lined up with the hips. Your hips are lined up with your shoulders. Your head's in the middle of those shoulders. I know that sounds weird, but a lot of times we're not like that. Go ahead and take those arms up towards the ceiling. Okay, I want you to keep them up there, stretching through the fingertips, but keeping the shoulders down. So we're still in that bridge. Still have that butt lifted. Still have those ribs down. Just hold here. Reaching through the fingertips. You don't have to change anything else except for those shoulders are down. You're breathing. Push into all of the toes. Make sure the heels are still pressed in. Hold here. Now come down slowly. Keep those hands right where they are, but come down slow, 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 vertebra by vertebra. Keeping those hands up towards the ceiling. I want you to roll yourself back up. There you go. Hips are up, ribs are down. Go ahead and bring those hands down to the mat, right down to your side. And we're going to walk it out here a little bit. So don't lift up the hips too much. You're just going to lift one leg, lift the other. Just march it out. And march. March. Very good. Keep going. Breathe. Really bring that. And when you come down, plant all your whole foot into that mat. Lift. Lift. Try to keep those hips even. Lift. And lift. Just a couple more. Keep that butt up. Keep those ribs down. And again, one more on this side. One more over here. And then let yourself come down vertebra by vertebra. Make sure you line those hips up. Okay, you're still using those glutes a little bit to get that bottom down. Shake it out a tad. Okay, bring those knees into your chest. Roll the shoulders back and down. I'm going to have you put those fingertips back up to the ceiling. Make sure that you have the shoulders back and down on the mat. So you feel like you're reaching through the fingertips. Okay, take those legs into that tabletop position. And you're just going to extend that right leg, that left leg stays. And bring it back. Okay, extend the left leg and bring it back. Right and back. Left and back. We're going to pick up the pace a little bit. I want you to think about lengthening, pulling in. Lengthen, pull. Those fingertips are still reaching towards the ceiling. That's how you're getting that opposition. Lengthen, pull, lengthen. Breathe. And breathe. Keep going. Lengthen that leg. And lengthen. Think about reaching through the fingertips, but pressing that belly button to the mat in opposition. Keep going. Lengthen. And lengthen. Now we're going to continue with this. But if you choose, take those hands down by your side and lift your body up a little bit onto those forearms. Lengthen. Again. And breathe. So we're not just doing like a fluid movement here, because I want you to stop right in that center so that you make sure you're using those muscles and not momentum. Press out, press, and press. Get that chin tucked in, back is on the mat. Press, press, almost there, you guys. Press and press. We're going to do one more. Press it out, pull back, let your head come down, pull those knees in towards your chest. Take those hands out to the side here, okay? And I want you to bring those legs back to that tabletop. We're going to just take our knees over to the side a little bit, okay? You're going to hold it here. Press into that left butt cheek, but make sure you're still pulling those abs in. Bring the legs back to the center. Go over to the right. Press into that right butt cheek. There you go. Come back to the center. Over to the left. Hold it here, but make sure that those abs are pulled in. And again, we're taking it over to the right. Press into that right cheek. Bring it back again. Got one more. Over. Very nice. And bring it back. One more over to the side. Over. Hold here. Press into that bottom. You should feel almost like a little bit of a pressure point on that right butt cheek, and you're pulling those abs in. Bring it back to the center. Okay, pull the knees in. Give yourself another big circle here, the other direction. And I'm gonna have you plant those down. We're gonna get into some abs. Then we'll come up for a little bit more stretching. But I want you to put both hands behind your head. Okay. We're going to start off with our feet on the mat for a crunch. I want you to lift it up. Make sure you're looking into those abs. You lower down. Okay, press the feet into the mat as you lift up. Don't let them come up off that mat. You lift, you lower. You lift and lower. Keep going. Get ready for these abs to start burning here. Okay, lift and lower. Lift and lower. Again and lower. Do two more like this. Lift and lower. One more lift. One more lower. Cross that right leg over that left into like that figure four stretch. Keep lifting and lowering. Here's two and lower. 3, 4, keep those hips even, 5. And we're gonna do one more here. Now lift it up, hold it there if you can. You're gonna bring this up, You're gonna keep the knee in and down, but you're gonna stay lifted with that upper half. You're only hinging through that lower half. Take it down. Here's 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Take it down. You got everything together now. You still have that knee crossed. You lift up, lower down. Here's 2, 3, 4. Keep those abs pulled in. 5, 6, 7. Keep going. 8. We're not done on that side though. Lift that right leg or left leg up to the ceiling. You still have that right one crossed, okay? You're going to lift and lower, just keeping that leg right there. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Try to keep those hips steady and lower. Here's 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, this is a small lower and lift. Don't take it down too far. Keep your head raised. Lift, lower, lift. Here's 4, lift. 5. I know it's gonna burn. Here's 6. If it's not on fire already, 7 and 8. Bring that leg up. Let your head go down. Last set, you guys. Okay, lower that leg just a little bit. Lift up, pull that leg up, lower down. Here's 2, lower, 3, almost there. So let me switch to the other side. 4, 5, 6, we got this. 7 and 8. Ooh, bring that in, let that leg come down. Give those abs a tap for a second because you're gonna get switched to that other side. Open up that leg. It should feel so good on that hip flexor. If you keep that knee pressed out, we're starting with just lifts up through that center. Okay, so don't move anything else. Just lift and lower. There's 2, 3. If those abs aren't burning already, they're gonna be on fire. 4, 5, 6. Keeping that belly button pulled in. 7. Bring it down. Lower half only. Bring it in. Oh, I'm sorry. You're gonna lift up though. Legs in, lower down. Here's 2, unless you have to rest your head. 3, 4. And there's no shame in resting that head because we are working the abs, not trying to hurt the neck. 6, 7, and 8. Now take that leg down, bring your head down. It's all together. Lift it up. 1. Here's 2, 3, 4. Pull up that leg. 5. The leg that's across your knee is used as a little bit extra weight. And 8. Now hold it up here. Take that left or right leg up. Okay, you're just crunching to start off with. Crunch up, lower down. Here's 2, 3. If you need to bend or let that leg come down or not lift up for a second, that's fine. Here we go. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. One more lift. Hold it there. Take that leg down a little bit. Lift up. Here's 2, lift. 3, 4, 5, 6. We got it. 7 and 8. Now put it all together, you guys. Lower that leg a little bit. Bring that leg or those arms down. Here we go. Lift it up. Lower down. Don't drop it too far. Here's 2, 3, 4. I don't know if your abs can break, but we might be breaking them. 5, 6, 7. Last one. We got this. Here's 8. Ooh, bring those knees in. Roll those shoulders back and down. Let those knees drop out a little bit. Those hips were hurting. Take the feet and pull in just a little bit more here. So holding here, rolling those shoulders back and down. You're breathing. Don't forget to breathe, you guys. Hold here. Inhale and exhale. We're going to bring those knees together. You're going to rock and roll up to seated position. You can get up there. Scoot yourself back and straighten out those legs. We're just going to go into a stretch. Okay, so hold here for a second. Come down as far as you can go. Let your head relax. Just inhaling and exhaling. Breathing. Big breath in and out. I want you to sweep up those legs. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Roll the shoulders back and down. Okay, again, take it all the way up. See how far you can stretch it out. Once you get here this time, if you can flex those feet, hold on to whatever you can. Just try to straighten out that back now and roll the shoulders back and down the spine. So you're going to be looking forward, and it's a lot, I know. So if you need to bend the knees, that's fine. You're opening up the shoulders, they're going back and down your spine, and you're just looking forward. And now round a little bit, come back into that stretch. Hold here. Breathing. See if you can press through that lower back. And then sweep yourself back up a little bit. Roll the shoulders back and down. If you need to bend the knees, that's okay. You're looking forward. You're trying to keep a flat back. I know that's hard to do, especially when you're leaning down too far forward. So take it wherever you can. Breathing with an inhale and an exhale. And sweep yourself back up. Now, this is going to feel so much harder than it usually does because we're going to go into a single leg circle, but because our abs are so tired right now, it's going to feel like a lot. But we're going to do it. You're going to take both legs out, stretch them out nice and long for a second. Get your hips lined up. Bring that right knee into your chest and just lift it right up to that ceiling. Make sure you're keeping that left leg into the mat. Okay, little circles to start off with. Your tiny circles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reverse for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Hold it here. Sweep that left leg in towards you. Okay. Press it out to a 45 if you can. Hold it there. Little circles with that right foot again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reverse for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and bring that left foot down, bring that right foot down, and get ready to stretch up nice and long again. Lifting those hips up or wiggling them out to make sure you're nice and lined up. Bring that left knee into your chest, lift it right up to that ceiling. Feel that stretch in that right leg. And do little circles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring that right knee in towards your chest. Okay, see if you can line up those hips. Take it out to a 45. Little circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reverse for 1. Woo! 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring that left knee down. Bring that left knee down. Shake it out. Go ahead and take those knees into your chest again here. Roll those shoulders back and down. I'm going to have us do a full spine rotation here. So taking those arms out, go ahead and drop the knees over to the left, and you're going to look at that right arm. Just hang here for a second, breathing. You're inhaling with a nice big breath. Exhale. Big breath in. See if you can melt into that mat with that exhale. This is a good time for us to rest. Another big breath in. And you're going to exhale. This time I want you to squeeze the butt, use the abs to pull those knees back to the center. Okay, I'm nice and lined up. Then I take it over to the other side. Staying lined up, shoulders are on the mat, and I want to look over at that left hand. Feel that stretch, especially in the lower spine. You're inhaling and exhaling. Big breath in. And out. Take another big breath in. Make sure you're trying to melt into that mat. Okay, get everything lined up. Squeeze the butt cheeks. Pull the legs back to the center. We're going to do one more on each side. So taking it over. Breathing. You're inhaling and exhaling. Big breath in. And out. Breathing in. And out. And again, pull those knees back to the center. And one more over to the right here. Holding. Trying to relax. Inhale and exhale. And pull yourself back to the center. Okay, we're gonna rock up and roll up to a seated position again. We're gonna do a few arms, and then we're gonna come over to work some inner thighs, which is also abs. But I want you to get yourself lined up here. When you're on your knees, make sure you're not rocked forward onto the kneecaps. You always want to sit back just a little bit, not like you're sitting in a chair, but a little bit. Okay. The key to this one is to keep that wrist nice and stiff, so you don't want to have floppy wrists. Okay, you're gonna hold here. I want you thinking about lining your body up first. You're looking straight down at the mat. Okay, your neck is nice and long. You're gonna take that right hand and bring it right to your waist, and my wrist is down this way and it's flexed. You can take that pressure off that left side because it's all gonna be in here. You're doing tiny lifts up and down. Here's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now bring it up, hold it here, pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take it all the way down towards that knee. Lift up as high as you can. Here's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now hold it here. We get to do little circles. 1, 2. Hold those abs tight. 5, 6, 7, 8. Reverse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold it here. Take it down a little bit. Press back. 2, 3. Keep that wrist stiff. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold back there. Pulse up for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take it all the way down. Press all the way back. 2. Just thinking about stuff. Nobody. Arms going. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Holding here. Last set. 1, 2, 3, 7. Reverse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bring it down. Shake it out for a second. Shake those wrists out. You can take that arm across. Give it a good stretch. Just like it's to the other side. Yay. I'm going to turn this way. Get yourself lined up before you do anything else. Make sure you're not forward on those knees. You're sitting back a little bit. Okay, you're taking that arm back and that wrist is very stiff, okay? Okay, little ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we go. Pulse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring it all the way down. Press back. Here's 2. Press. Keep that wrist nice and tight. Press. Press. Here's 5, 7. And hold it here for those nice circles. 1, 2, 3. My left hand never wants to cooperate. 6, 7, 8. Reverse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take it down a little bit. Press back. This is it, you guys. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Hold it here. Pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take it all the way down. Press back. Here's 2. Press. 3. Press. 4, 5. Still those press. Hold it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Reverse. 2, 3, 4. Ouch. 6, 7, 8. Almost doing it at the end. If it was a circle or a square, maybe an oval, hold it right here. Stretch it across. Breathing. Make sure you're getting this elbow or shoulder down. It doesn't need to be up here. It's right here across. Take that other arm across. Breathing. Inhale and exhale. We'll do 1 pull back here. Okay, stretch that tricep just a little bit more. You're inhaling and exhaling. Big breath in. Go ahead and switch it up. Try to stay lifted through the spine when you're doing this too. Don't let yourself fall into it. So if that elbow doesn't want to go all the way back and it wants to stay back here, that's fine. Stay lifted because you're going to feel that stretch. And then let it just kind of out here a little bit. All right, we're going to go back over. Let's go over to our back and lay out nice and long. We're going to work on some inner thigh here, so we'll forget all about those arms. Take both feet, slide both feet in, get your hips lined up, and then bring them all the way in towards your chest. So make sure you still feel lined up. I think I'll have us, let's take the hands out to an airplane with the palms up. Take those feet right up towards that ceiling, and you're going to drop them just a little bit. So I don't want them this way, I want them this way. You can bend if you want to bend, okay? You're just going to take those legs out as far as you can without tipping in one direction or the other. Okay, so I'm just going to hold here. You're going to feel that stretch through the inner thigh, okay? Hold for a second. Pull the abs in. Heels are going to come together. Slowly, slowly, slowly bring them back in. So really want to concentrate on inner thigh to make sure that's what you're using. Okay, take those legs back out nice and slow. Holding it here. Flex the feet. Pull the abs in. Pull the heels together. One more like that. You can point the toes, slowly go out. Remember that that back needs to still be on the mat. So if you need to bring those hands a little bit closer to you, that's okay. Okay, flex the feet. Think about those inner thighs coming in towards you. And then frog the legs in for a second. hold there. Give yourself a nice big circle in one direction and the other direction. Okay, go ahead and plant both feet onto the mat. My hands are still gonna stay out in this airplane. Take that right knee into your chest and just lift it up to that ceiling, get a good stretch. So this one, it is gonna feel hard, but I want you to modify it with a bent knee if you need to, because it's a controlled, nice and controlled movement. So I'm flexing the foot. I want to take it out to maybe where it goes a little bit past my shoulders lined up, not too far out. Bring it right back to the center. Okay, my foot is parallel. Take it out and in. Don't turn those toes out. It should be lined up the whole time. You're taking it out to the side, in. You're gonna feel those abs working, trying to hold you from falling over. Okay, press out. Don't let that back work. Out. Out. Breathe. And breathe. Let's do one more. Take it out. Bring it right back in. Hold it right here. Okay, point that toe a little bit. You're going to take it across the body just a little bit, you guys. Bring it right back to the center. That foot stays parallel. Don't let the heel turn out or the toes turn out. Okay, across. Keep that left leg as a stabilizer. It should not be moving. Okay, over, center, over, center. Breathe. Breathe. Again. Let's do one more. Bring it back to the center. Okay, make sure this leg is pressed in. Flex the foot. Take it out. Bring it to the center. Point the toe. Take it across. Center. Flex. Out. Center, point, across, center. Flex, out. That foot is parallel, over, center. Flex, out, center, point, cross, flex, point. And if we're just getting the flex and the point down, we're doing pretty good here, guys. And across, flex, point. Now this time, take it out to the side, hold it there. Bend that knee just a little bit, okay? Hold it, hold it. Let's go ahead and flex that foot. Bring the knee in even more toward your chest, almost like you're trying to get down to, all the way down to your chest with that knee. Hold it here for a second. Now my knee is turned out a little bit. My toes are turned out. I'm gonna press up a little bit, pull back down. 2, pull, 3. It's not going to lift very high. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring it right back here. Last one on this side, guys. Point that toe. Tap the knee. Take it out. So my knee is going to stay in that same position. It didn't move. The only movement now is from the knee down. Lower. Hold those abs tight. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift. One more lower, one more lift. Bring it back to the center and down. So I know those hips are going to be tight, and we're going to stretch them out here in a second. We're just going to go into the other side before we change our mind. Hold here, you guys. Plant that right foot into the mat. It's so important that you use that as your stabilizer and your abs, okay? So my foot is lined up here. I'm going to flex it. I want to take it out a little bit and center. You're practicing holding those hips steady when you do this. That foot is parallel. Everything is lined up. Here's 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring it back to the center. Point that toe. You cross a little bit, bring it back. This is so good for any of that IT band or your sciatic nerve going down. You want to really loosen this up there. I know it feels like we're tightening it, but we're actually moving around a little bit. And across. and across. Hold those hips steady. One more, take it back to the center, flex that foot. Take it out a little bit, center, point the toe across. Don't move that other leg. Out, center, point, across. And out, center, point, across, take it, center, flex, out, center, point, across, center. Woo. Breathe. Make sure that toe didn't turn out. That heel is still staying lined up with your body. Almost there. Point and across. If I can remember what I'm doing, take it out. Point. This time, bring it back to this side. Hold it there. Bend that knee in towards you. Okay, little press ups. One. This is, again, I know it hurts, but it's also so good for you. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Hold it there. My knee stays turned out. I just bring the toe to that knee, press out. Here's 2, press. 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna get to stretch in a second. 7, and 8. Back down. Okay, hold there for a second. Stretch both legs out. Sweep that right knee in, cross the body, and let it come down as far as it wants to over to the side. So such a good stretch for your glutes, but also that spine. So hold here for a second. You want to be nice and flexible in that spine. Inhale and exhale. Breathing. Inhaling. And exhale. Bring yourself back to the center. Okay, keep that leg across, but this time you're just going to bring it across the knees, right? Like that. So I know it feels a little bit weird, but then drop it back over again. Okay, hold here. You're breathing again. Try to relax that lower half, guys. Don't bring it off the mat. You're trying to push it into the mat. Even like if you're trying to sit back a little bit into a chair, kind of, you know, those floor chairs. Inhale and exhale. Bring it back to the center. Line up those hips. Straighten both legs out again. You need to find the center of the mat. Pick up those hips. Okay. Slide that left knee in. Take it across the body. Okay, you can put that right hand on that knee if it helps get that leg over a little bit. You're breathing. You're inhaling and exhale. Big breath in and out. Another big breath in. And then bring yourself back to the center. Slide that right leg up and just cross that left leg over a little bit more as you take it over. And if that's not comfortable, you can go back to a straight leg if you want to, or whatever feels most comfortable to you. You're inhaling and exhaling. Big breath in. Out. Bringing it back to the center. So we just have a couple more like kind of big exercises here, and then we're going to do more stretching at the very end. So you're going to feel nice and stretched out. So I just want us to do one more ab kind of workout, and then we'll do side kicks, quick side. Okay, get here with me, join me up here. Okay, I know you guys feel like I'm getting you, but trust the last bit you're going to love. Right here. Okay, sit up nice and tall. Tuck the chin to the chest and just round yourself forward. Let that head flex because you're probably so nice and stiff in that neck. It wants to stay there, especially when we first wake up. Now I just want you to round yourself up, keeping that chin tucked in until you can sit up nice and tall. Hold here for a second. Everything should be planted. Reach through the toes as you take the body back into a hinge a little bit. You're imagining your toes are pressing forward, okay? But you are hinging back. Now come back to the center. These are tiny movements. Tuck the chin in, round yourself down. Okay, just hold here. It's so tiny. You don't have to try to get yourself all the way down. Just let your head relax. Okay, round yourself back up. You are pushing through the toes in one direction. So feel like you're reaching through the toes as you hinge back. Don't lose that feeling that your toes are being stretched towards the wall. Okay, you're holding here, breathing, keep pushing through those toes. Keep that chest nice and wide. Hold just for a little bit more. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Then come up to the center, tuck the chin in, take it over. See if you can stretch a little bit more this time over. You're holding there, you're inhaling and exhaling. You round back up to that center. Last one, you guys. Press through those toes. Okay? Hinge yourself back. Hold here. See if you can still feel like those toes are lengthening, those legs are lengthening in the opposite direction. You're looking forward. You're sitting up so nice and tall. Breathing. See if you can still breathe. Inhale and exhale. Now tuck that chin in. Take it all the way over. Let those hands go and fall into that stretch. Beautiful. You're breathing. This side kick series is going to be just a few moves. It's not a lot. Okay, and we already did inner thigh. It's just outer thigh and then we stretch. And let's go ahead and take it over. We're going to lay out nice and long. This is quick, a little bit painful, but it's okay. Okay, we're going to go right here. We're going to take those legs out nice and long. Let's bend that bottom knee since it is going to go a little bit faster so we can stabilize the hips. Make sure you're not rocking back. Okay, you lift, you lower. 2, you guys know that you have to stretch in both ways. 3, so even when we speed it up. 4, you're feeling that stretch. 5, 6, 7, nice, and 8. Bring it down, hold it right here. Line up that body, little circles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reverse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold it here. Let's do a full circle. So I want you to lift it up, bring it all the way forward, take it back a little bit, lift up, forward, back. Try to keep those hips steady. 2 more. Use the stabilizers. Lift, forward, come right back to the corner of your mat. We're going to press it forward now. Take it back just a little bit. Don't let that body fall. Forward. Press forward. Here's one more pressing forward. Bringing it back to the corner of the mat. Line up those legs right here. Okay, those feet are going to be stacked on top of each other. Or those feet, well, the feet are too, but so are the knees. Take it about hip distance apart or fist distance apart. You're going to press that foot forward, bring it right back to where it was. So actually, now I'm going to have you bring the heel to the tush when you do this one. So press forward, bring the heel to the bottom. Press forward, bring the heel in. Here's 4, pull in. 5, you should feel that under butt working. This is like your hammy curls. Pull in, press, and in, press, and in. 2 more. Press, and in, and press, and in. So bring those knees together. Just a quick, the power of Pilates that I love. We're going to do that same exercise. We're just changing our leg position a little bit. So I want you to bring the toes to the front part of the mat. And you're in that nice chair position. Okay, bring that hand. So make sure that you're staying lined up. This time you're not going to take that leg back. You're just pressing it out. I'm bringing it back. I'm lining it up just where I started. Press out. I want you to feel the difference in where those two exercises worked. Okay, you're still hinging forward. You're pulling back. Hinge forward. Very good. Here's 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring it back, take it down, tap it out. You are welcome. Welcome, you guys. Take it over to the other side. Okay. It's so amazing. Okay, so we're gonna stretch that leg out really nice and long. Keep this one bent. Okay, you're lifting and lowering, lift and lower, breathe, lift and lower. Feel a good stretch. You're lengthening that body. You're making space in there for everything. Lower, lift, and lower, lift, and lower. Let's do one more lift. Lower it down, but not all the way. Hold it right here. Little circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reverse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't give yourself a break. We're lifting it up. Take it forward. Why does this leg reverse? Because you used it as your stabilizer. Yay. Bring it forward. Take it back. Last one this direction. And I don't even know what's the corner of that, you guys. Okay, take it back. Breath. Here's 3. And 4. Bring it all the way back to that corner of the mat. Bend that knee in, line it up. Okay, this is the one we're going to get the heel back. So make sure your fist distance apart. You bring the heel back to your tush. Press out. This is kind of like our bicycle. Press in, press. Here's 4. Try to stay nice and lined up. 5. It's just hinging from the bottom. Here's 7. And 8. Bring it back, line it up. Last one before we stretch. Okay, take those right here. Make sure that your toes are to the front part of the mat and your still fist distance apart. This time you're pressing forward. I want you to feel the difference of where this exercise is coming from. Okay, press, press, press. 3 more, press it out. Pull back, 7, pull, and pull. Woo! Tap it. Okay, take it over to your back and we're gonna stretch. Okay, right here. Get those hips lined up. We're gonna take our time for a second here. I want to make sure you're feeling this right. Those heels are being pressed to the mat and those toes are all being pressed in. Think about making the toes nice and wide like a fan. Okay, and your foot is the handle. It's gonna stay narrow, but you're spreading those toes out. Okay, lift the hips up a little bit. Okay, take that right knee in, cross it over that left leg, and make sure you're still lined up. That left foot should still feel like it's fanned out on that mat. It shouldn't have changed position at all. All you did was move that right leg. Stay nice and lined up. Now lift that left leg up and hold here for a second. It is going to happen, you guys. So this is where you have to check yourself. When you pull up, your body is going to want to shift to one side or the other. You've got to straighten it out right away. Make sure this foot isn't turned in or over this way. It's still staying lined up. Okay. Now bring both hands behind that left thigh and our hamstring. Now I want you to bring that knee in, but make sure you didn't shift the rest of your body. I think the one thing that I see a lot is that this left foot wants to go to the center or out to the side. But you need to make sure that if you lift up that leg, you can see that it's still lined up with that hip. See if you can pull that leg in just a little bit more. you're thinking about that right knee being pressed away from your shoulder without letting yourself tip to that side. Okay. And you're inhaling. I know it's going to hurt. And you're going to say, oh, okay, something's going to snap, but it's not. You're going to hold here and you're going to see if you can pull that leg in a little bit more without changing the position of anything else. So a lot of times check yourself, see if you need to push that left hip into the mat a little bit more so that your body automatically straightens. Hold here, keep breathing, see if you can pull it in just a little bit more. If you have yourself lined up, you're good with it, I want you to use your imagination, okay? You are imagining you're pushing that bottom down towards the mat, but you're not moving anything, okay? You're just imagining that your bottom is being pressed into that mat. You're holding your hands the same. You're holding the same resistance. Try to breathe. Try to make sure that left butt cheek is still being pressed evenly into that mat. Lift that left leg up. Okay, lift your head, neck, and shoulders so you can walk up that leg and then pull it with you. Okay, you should still be lined up. It should still be able to see that your ankle is lined up with your knee. Nothing's changed. Big circle in one direction with that foot. You are going to go in the other direction. I want you to flex. Point, flex, point. Now this time flex it, hold that flex. Press into your bottom first, then pull that leg towards you. And so the reason why you're changing it is because I promise you, as soon as this leg comes up towards you, you're going to lose the position of nice lined up hip. And if you need to bend that knee, that's okay. Sometimes that's even a better stretch on that other side. Just make sure those hips are lined up. And you're breathing. And let's go ahead and take both feet back down to that mat and start on this side. Okay, so hips are lined up. First thing you do, okay, press all the toes into the mat. You fan the toes out. Picture that fan. Okay, the heel is your handle. It stays nice and slim. Take that leg across, or that left leg across the right. Hold it there. Still keeping that right leg or foot planted into the mat. Make sure those hips are lined up. Breathe for a second. Picture yourself in a straight line. And now lift that leg up. So it is so much about, sometimes it's actually easier to picture yourself doing it than just trying to go along with it. Because if we're feeling what our body wants to do, a lot of times it's just going to do the wrong thing. But if we imagine what it's supposed to look like, your body will do that. Okay, so imagine yourself looking nice and lined up. Your hips are so straight. Okay, you're not going to wobble to one side. Let that right hip drop a little bit. Put both hands behind that right hamstring. Stay lined up as you pull that left or that right knee towards you. That left knee is going away from your shoulder, but you're not changing your position. You're still staying pressed into that right cheek. So I hope you have your eyes closed for a second. You're looking down on yourself here and you're imagining that you are so lined up with that body. Everything is lined up. Your feet are lined up with your knees. Your knees are lined up with your hips. Pull that leg in a little bit more. Keep picturing yourself lined up. Inhale and exhale. You have to see it. You have to see it as you pull that leg in a little bit more. Keep everything lined up. Breathing with that inhale and exhale. See if you can pull that leg in just a little bit more. And once you're here, I want you to feel like you are pressing the butt cheeks towards the mat, but you are not moving. You're just imagining they're going down that direction. So pull those hamstrings just a little bit more into your under butt area. Hold here. Now take that right leg up towards that ceiling, but make sure you're lined up first, okay? So you didn't drift to the left. You're still lined up. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Grab onto whatever you can. You pull it with you. Everything is still lined up. Big circle with that ankle. The ankle is the only thing you're moving. Okay? Twist the other direction. It's the only thing that's going. Okay? You're gonna flex the foot. Point. Nothing else changed. Flex. Point. Flex that foot. Hold that foot. That foot stays flexed. It doesn't move. The only movement you're doing is pulling that leg towards you a little bit. That right leg is coming towards you. Nothing else changed. Okay, you can bend that knee a little bit if you want to. You want to make sure you didn't let your body shift over in one direction. You want to make sure you're lined up to that right leg. The only thing that changed was you pulling that leg in towards you a little bit. Inhale and exhale. And let's go ahead and rock the purple up. However, you can get over into your ab stretch. We're coming. So I want you to come over into that up stretch for a second, and then if you can just rock yourself back, so kind of where you're sitting back into this stretch and let your hands hang. My hamstrings are getting me. Sit back there a little bit, let your let your arms be heavy. I want you to round it up, vertebra by vertebra, all the way up. Okay, you are going to come into that Pilates stance. Take those toes, they're turned out. You got that big breath in. Keep the shoulders down. Okay, tuck the chin in. Round yourself over. You're inhaling. You exhale. Pull your body back up. Remember, the shoulders are down your spine. They never came up around your ears. Okay, here we go. You're inhaling. The shoulders stay back and down your spine. You exhale. Take it over. You're a ballerina. Hold here. Inhale. Exhale. Round yourself. Okay. Keep those shoulders back and down as you come back up. And one more big breath in. Reach through the fingertips. Okay. Take it over. You're going over that barrel. You're pulling in with your abs. They don't get a break. You're inhaling. Keep those abs pulled in. Lift up the lower back, the mid back, the upper back. Roll the shoulders back and down. Take those feet out. Okay. You're inhaling. You exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, and give yourself a big hug here.